They say truth is stranger than fiction. They forget to mention that sometimes it's also more terrifying. And this is Whispers of History. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident, a mystery buried in snow, shadows, and silence. A tale of 9 hikers who vanished into legend, and a puzzle that, more than 60 years later, remains unsolved. January 1959. 9 young hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute set out on what was supposed to be the adventure of a lifetime. Their leader was Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student known for his skill, discipline, and determination. The group was experienced, seasoned skiers, mountaineers, and explorers. They were strong, intelligent, and prepared for the harsh conditions of the Ural Mountains. Their goal? To reach Otorten, a remote peak whose name, in the local Mansi language, ominously means, "Don't go there." The hikers carried journals, cameras, skis, and tents. They laughed, they sang, they took photos together, not knowing these snapshots would become the last record of their lives. On January 31st, they camped at the edge of the mountain. A storm was brewing. The next day, February 1st, they began their final ascent. But poor visibility forced them off course. Instead of reaching a nearby forest for shelter, they pitched their tent on the barren slopes of Kholat Shakal, the mountain of the dead. That night, something happened, something so terrifying, so violent, that 9 strong and capable hikers ripped their way out of their tent and fled into the freezing darkness, never to return alive. When the hikers failed to return, a search party was organized. Weeks later, in late February, rescuers stumbled upon a disturbing sight. The tent was found first, half buried in snow. It had been cut open. From the inside, boots, clothing, and supplies remained neatly arranged, but no hikers. Not far away, investigators found the first bodies, 2 men, almost naked, lying by the remains of a small fire under a cedar tree. Their hands were burned, their bodies clad only in underwear. It was clear. They had tried desperately to stay warm. 3 more hikers were found between the cedar tree and the tent, as if they had collapsed while attempting to return. Their frozen postures revealed fear, confusion, and agony. The remaining 4 took months to be found. They were buried deeper in the snow inside a ravine. Unlike the others, their injuries were gruesome. 1 had a fractured skull. 2 had crushed ribs, so severe that their chests had collapsed. Injuries that doctors said could only have been caused by an enormous force, like a car crash. Another was missing her eyes. 1 was missing her tongue, and perhaps most chilling of all, their clothes contained traces of radiation. The official investigation left more questions than answers. Why had the hikers cut their tent from the inside? Why had they run out into the night without shoes, coats, or gear in temperatures reaching -30 degrees Celsius? And what could have caused such brutal injuries without leaving external wounds? Theories began to spread. Some said an avalanche had struck, forcing the hikers to flee. But the slope was too shallow, and no evidence of an avalanche was found. Others suggested the local Mansi people had attacked them. But investigators found no signs of a struggle, and the Mansi themselves denied any involvement. Then came the stranger ideas. Some whispered of Soviet military experiments, secret weapons tests, parachute mines, or rocket blasts that startled and injured the hikers. The radiation seemed to support this. Others believed it was something not of this world. A UFO, a blinding flash of light in the night sky, an encounter with something beyond human comprehension. And then there are the darker, wilder theories that a cryptid, some unknown creature of the mountains, attacked the group. The Mansi legends speak of spirits in the peaks, creatures guarding the mountain of the dead. Some researchers even linked it to the Yeti, the abominable snowman. In fact, one of the last photos taken by the group seems to capture a dark, humanoid figure lurking in the trees. Was it just a friend caught in motion? Or evidence of something else? By May of 1959, the investigation was closed. The final report concluded that the hikers died from a compelling natural force. No one knew what that force was. Families were left without closure. Rumors spread across the Soviet Union, fueling fear and fascination. The pass where the hikers died was renamed forever, Dyatlov Pass. Over the decades, countless books, films, and documentaries have tried to unravel the truth. Modern explanations suggest katabatic winds, powerful gusts that sound like roaring avalanches, may have driven the hikers into panic. Others argue paradoxical undressing, a symptom of hypothermia, caused their bizarre state of undress. But these explanations fail to account for everything: the radiation, the missing body parts, the crushing injuries. Even today, the Dyatlov Pass incident stands as one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in history. What truly happened on that night in 1959? Did 9 young hikers fall victim to a freak accident, a secret weapon, or a predator that defies explanation? Perhaps we will never know, but the story of Dyatlov Pass is more than just a mystery. It is a reminder of human courage, the bravery of 9 students who ventured into the wild, never knowing they would become part of legend. Their frozen footprints still echo in the Ural Mountains. Their unanswered cries still haunt the winds of Kholat Shachel, and their mystery remains eternal.